My name is Pamela Downey. I am a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida and a therapist in private practice as well as here at Gulf Breeze Recovery. What's really amazing to me and really profound in a very heartfelt way is the way in which shame and trauma intersect and the way that creates the perfect storm for one to utilize substances in a way that is harmful. And basically the way that comes together is the thinking that usually is oriented after traumatic experience, as I have said, or after many traumatic experiences, even more so, is that there's something wrong with me. I am self-assigning, it's my fault, I did something wrong, I should have done something different, I'm a bad person, I deserve bad things. Responses to shame give us the same physiologic activation as responses to trauma. And so they inter-are, and what we know about trauma and addiction and what we know about shame and addiction is that it's very hard to separate where one ends and the other begins. That's demonstrated in the research over and over again. Continued substance misuse tends to re-traumatize people by allowing them to continue to maintain the same maladaptive relationships, maladaptive circumstances, maladaptive behaviors, etc. externally, because they're losing their compass of orienting towards what's right for them. I think by the time people reach our center, and maybe when they are considering coming here to Gulf Breeze Recovery, they're beginning to wonder, why does this keep happening to me? I don't understand what's wrong. There's this, even maybe beyond that question, comes to be some helplessness, some hopelessness, that are actually foundations of what it's like to experience trauma, especially in a protracted, re-experienced way. So what we do is we look at the person's life picture. We look at their story. We look at the events of their lives. Quite simply, we look at some of the recent ways in which trauma is showing up for them, maybe without having been defined. They begin to uncover the experience of, oh my gosh, this actually goes back quite a bit farther than I realized. And actually, oh my gosh, there's a lot of experiences connected to where I have felt not good enough, or I have felt I'm unsafe, or I have felt threatened in some way. There is a history of it that they weren't putting together before because everything was oriented around shame and self-assignment. Again, a hallmark of post-traumatic stress, a hallmark of trauma, and certainly a hallmark and a grave intersection of trauma and addiction. We've always paid attention to the whole person and not just their addiction. That can take center stage really quickly for very understandable reasons. But whether it's about the diagnostics of understanding what someone's substance use disorder looks like and how it's impacted them, so too do we want to take a very careful, thoughtful, comprehensive look at what they have experienced in their life that has been of traumatic impact to them. And I think we do that beautifully here, and I'm privileged to be a part of it.